Thank you very much indeed, and let me start out by thanking the William Demand Group for having invited me for this happy occasion. I just arrived in Poland 2 weeks ago, and I'm extremely pleased to be part of this happy celebration. Because it is a happy occasion, this one, the opening of a technology center in Warsaw, in this impressive building. But this is not only a happy occasion for the Demand Group, this is also a happy occasion for Poland, it's also a happy occasion for Denmark, and it's also a happy occasion for Danish-Polish relations. And that's why I'm here today, because I'm not into the hearing aid business, I'm into diplomacy, and my main field of work is Danish-Polish relations. And this is really good news for relations between Denmark and Poland. Now, first of all, this is good for Poland. This is good for the Warsaw area, because obviously this facility will create highly specialized jobs in Warsaw. It will attract talent. It will also create jobs for supporting functions. There will also be someone who will be making coffee. There will be a lot of supporting staff that will benefit from this. Now, this is of course quite obvious, but it's also good news for the Polish economy, because this will help sustaining the economic miracle that has been present in Poland for almost 2 decades. And that's good for Denmark as well, because we are neighbors. There's just 80 kilometers between the island of Bornholm and the Baltic coast, and we have a lot of trade and investment here. So it's good for Denmark when the Polish economy is booming. As Mr. Nielsen just told us, the Demand Group develop, manufacture and sell innovative solutions. And they are, I think you were a bit modest. You are actually world leaders in this field. I can say that because I'm not part of the industry, but I think anyone familiar with this industry will call you world leaders. And of course your core business is hearing aids and related industries, and that incorporates a lot of specialties like microelectronics, micromechanics, wireless technology, software and audiology. And by locating this technology center here in Warsaw, the group will be benefiting from the large pool of well-educated and highly motivated and hardworking specialists in Poland. You have a lot of people with a background in engineering, in medical technology and IT. And this, of course, will contribute to the overall competitiveness of the group, which is good for the group, of course, but it's also good for Denmark, because you're headquartered in Denmark. So what's in it for Denmark? Is there any good news for the Danes today? Yes, there is. Because you might know that Denmark is one of the leading medical industry nations. This is actually an industry which is a huge export success for Denmark. Over 95% is still high of the total industry revenue is actually generated outside Denmark. This makes Denmark one of the largest exporters of medical technology products per capita. I cannot think of anyone higher than this. And the hearing aid industry is a prime example of this. Now, this has been accomplished with a particular focus on research and development, design and innovation and market testing, but also high-tech production and user-producer linkages. And this is really my main message this morning. We did not achieve this leading position by isolating us from the rest of the world or by erecting barriers to the free flow of goods and services or technological development and progress. On the contrary, as a small nation with few natural resources and heavily dependent on foreign trade, Denmark has always been very keen on being highly competitive and taking part in the international division of labor. And that applies in particular to the field of research and development. And if you look back at history, since the early days of industrialization, Danish researchers and engineers have traveled the world, and foreign researchers have come to Denmark as part of a process of technological cross-fertilization. And Denmark has benefited immensely from this process. In terms of population, as Mr. Nielsen said, we are just a bit over 5 million. in Denmark. And if you look at the voivodeship of Mastrovetski, the Warsaw area, you're actually more people than we are. But we have a large number of highly specialized companies that are world leaders in their respective industries, and the Demand Group is a very prominent part of that group. And finally, let us not forget today that the opening today is also very good news for anyone affected by hearing disorders. And with an aging population, as Mr. Nielsen explained, this is going to be more and more people that will be affected by hearing disorders. So the opening today is really a win-win situation. It's not a question of things moving out of Denmark, and this is to the disadvantage of Denmark or to anyone. It's a win-win situation. It's a good example of how we can all benefit from open markets and being part in the international division of labor. So finalizing my intervention, I wish to congratulate you, Sir Nielsen, and the William Demand Group on this opening, which is a very happy occasion. I also wish to extend my good wishes to Mr. Søren Strane, the RD site director, and Mr. Andres Konopke, the managing director of Oticon Polska. All the best running the business, and we're just down the street, so I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much for your attention.